Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at some interesting stuff from Indian retail.
Okay.
More specifically, we're diving deep
Mm-hmm.
into Shopper Stop's Q3 FY25 results.
All right.
And we've got a pretty good stack of documents here.
Yeah.
We've got press releases,
Okay.
investor presentations.
Wow.
We've even got the outcome of their board meeting.
Oh, very
So
cool.
we're going to be going through all this, see what we
Yeah.
can find.
Right.
Now, you might think of Shoppers Stop as just another department store.
Right.
But these documents actually show a company that seems to be going through a pretty big transformation.
That's right. What's interesting here is that they're moving beyond just the traditional department store model. They're creating this network of specialty beauty stores.
Okay.
They're venturing into home decor with HomeStop.
Wow.
And they're even developing their own value fashion brand called Eintune.
So they're really trying to cover all their bases.
Yeah.
Let's jump into their Q3 performance then. Overall, they seem to be reporting a pretty strong quarter.
Yeah, sales are up 9%, and EBITDA jumped 20% compared to last year.
Wow.
Their strategy seems to be sort of two-pronged.
Okay.
First, they're focusing on offering more premium products and experiences.
Right.
And second, they're maintaining a really tight operational performance.
Now, this whole premiumization thing is fascinating.
Yeah.
It seems to be working for them right now, but
Yeah.
you know, I wonder if this is really sustainable in the long run.
Right.
How do they balance attracting a more affluent customer
Yeah.
while also keeping their existing customer base
Yeah.
who might be looking for more budget-friendly options,
Mm-hmm.
especially with, all the economic uncertainty these days?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think they're betting big on attracting this more affluent customer.
Right.
But they have to be careful to not lose sight of the broader market.
Mm.
So, for example, their premium portfolio brought in 64% of their total revenue this quarter.
Okay.
That's a 9% jump year over year. So that tells us this strategy is working right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, how will it play out over time?
And they are really going all in on this strategy.
Right.
Like their newly renovated flagship store
Yeah.
at Norbit Mall in Mumbai.
Okay.
It's been totally redesigned to showcase these luxury brands
Wow.
and create like a very high-end shopping experience.
Yeah. Have you seen this kind of trend towards premiumization in
Yeah.
other retail sectors?
Absolutely. It's not just Shoppers Stop.
Yeah.
I mean, consumers are just increasingly looking for those
Right.
really unique and exclusive experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And retailers are responding by offering these more premium selections.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes you wonder if the days of like the traditional department store
Yeah.
are numbered.
It's possible, but Shoppers Stop is definitely trying to adapt.
Mhm.
And they're launching some interesting initiatives, too,
Okay.
just to reinforce this premium image.
Mm-hmm.
For example, they ran a Gifts of Love campaign for the festive season, which really focused on exclusivity and engagement.
Yeah.
And they're also tapping into the lucrative wedding market with their India Weds with Shoppers Stop campaign.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive into some of their key strategies here
All right.
and see how they're playing out.
Sounds good.
Let's start with their loyalty program.
Okay.
First Citizen,
Mm.
83% of sales in Q3 came from this program.
Wow.
They must be doing something right.
It's very impressive. And their premium Black Card members saw a 28% spending increase,
Okay.
which suggests this growing appetite for luxury among their most loyal customers.
So they're clearly catering to their VIPs.
Yeah,
Imagine getting a personalized yearly spending summary video.
right.
I mean, it definitely makes you feel valued.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if being so reliant on a loyalty program is a little bit risky.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if consumer spending habits change
Yeah,
or the market shifts?
right.
I mean, how do they adapt?
You raise a valid point. I mean, while loyalty programs are really powerful tools, relying too heavily on them
Right.
can create some vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
It's this tightrope walk between rewarding loyalty,
Mm-hmm.
but also ensuring a diverse customer base.
Okay, let's move on to their beauty segment then,
Right.
which saw a healthy 3% growth,
Okay.
primarily driven by a 14% jump in fragrance sales.
Wow.
They've opened a bunch of new stores,
Oh, cool.
including 3 boutiques for Armani Beauty
Nice.
and even a fragrance-only store.
Oh,
Plus, they launched a new private brand, Joyology,
okay.
aimed at millennials and Gen Z.
The launch of Joyology is a smart move.
Yeah.
It shows they are really aware of those shifting demographics and trying to capture that younger market
Yeah.
with its emphasis on bold, inclusive, and joyful self-expression.
I'm curious about their strategy with private brands in general, though.
Well, they're definitely serious about making their own brands profitable.
Okay.
Private brands hit 186 crores in sales in Q3. They're focusing on reducing markdowns and unsold items, which leads to better profitability.
So do you think this push for private label brands could be a way to appeal to a broader customer base,
Yeah.
including those who might not be able to afford the premium brands?
Yeah.
I mean, could this help them maintain that balance we were talking about?
It could be part of the solution. I mean, private labels offer that opportunity to provide quality products, but at more accessible price points.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how they position their private brands alongside their premium offerings.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And their women's ethnic wear brand, Kashish, seems to be doing particularly well.
Okay.
It's the top brand in the Indian women's category.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about their value fashion brand, Eintun.
Right.
They're now in 59 stores across 25 cities,
Wow.
generating 63 crores in sales this quarter.
That's amazing.
They are really going for it with Eintun, planning to add another 26 stores next quarter.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of job postings for Eintun too,
Oh, really?
and I've heard the kids wear segment is really taking off.
Oh, cool.
I mean, that's a smart move,
Yeah.
considering the growing young families in India.
What do you think?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tapping into those specific demographics with targeted offerings can be a really powerful strategy.
Yeah.
And Intune's value proposition could be particularly attractive
Right.
in a market where affordability is a key concern for a lot of consumers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of expansion shoppers, Stop added 16 new stores this quarter,
Okay.
bringing their total to 284 across 68 cities.
Wow.
They've already invested 141 crores in capital expenditure so far this year.
That's a lot.
They seem pretty bullish on the future.
They're highlighting sustained demand,
Okay.
especially in the premium segment, as well as growth in tier 2 and 3 cities.
Right.
They're also banking on increased adoption of data analytics and AI.
For personalized shopping experiences.
It's interesting that they're seeing growth in those tier 2 and 3 cities.
Yeah.
I mean, that aligns with the success of Eintun
Right.
and their push into more affordable segments. It seems like they are trying to appeal to a wider range of consumers across different income levels.
Exactly. It's a smart strategy for diversifying their customer base and mitigating risk.
Right.
As we've discussed, focusing solely on the premium segment could be a gamble in the long run.
Yeah.
Expanding into new markets
Right.
and catering to different demographics provides a safety net.
But expansion isn't always easy.
Right.
The reports mention regulatory restrictions causing delays for some store openings.
Okay.
And there's a lot of competition in the Indian retail landscape, especially from online giants.
Right.
Do you think they're well equipped to handle these challenges?
It'll be interesting to see how they adapt. I mean, they've been emphasizing their omnichannel strategy, focusing on this seamless integration between their physical stores and online platform.
Okay.
Things like personalized recommendations,
Right.
loyalty programs, convenient delivery options
Yep.
are all part of creating a unified shopping experience.
That's crucial in today's world.
Yeah.
You have to meet the customers where they are,
Right.
whether that's online, in store,
Yeah.
or a combination of both.
Right.
It's no longer enough to just have a good website
Yeah.
or a nice store.
Absolutely.
You really have to have that seamless integration.
And their investments in data analytics and AI are key here.
Yeah.
Using customer data allows them to personalize offers,
Mm-hmm.
create more targeted marketing,
Right.
and even optimize inventory management.
No.
This is where retail is heading.
Speaking of trends, sustainability is a big one these days.
Right?
Consumers are demanding transparency
Yeah.
and ethical practices from the brands they support.
Absolutely.
So how is Shoppers Stop addressing this?
Well, they are making efforts in this area. Initiatives around responsible sourcing, waste reduction,
Okay.
and community engagement are all positive steps.
Right.
But there's always room for improvement.
Of course.
I think how effectively they communicate these efforts to customers is key.
Yeah.
Are they weaving it into their brand narrative,
Right.
or is it just a side note on their website?
It's about showing, not just telling consumers want to see real action and
Yeah.
transparency, not just marketing slogans.
Absolutely. It's about walking the walk.
Right.
And talking the talk.
Now let's look at some key financials.
Okay.
I know these can be a bit dry.
Yeah.
But they can really tell us a lot about the overall health of the company.
Right.
They reported a GAAP net profit of 49 crores for Q3 FY25, up 37% from last year.
Wow.
And their non-GAAP EBITDA for Q3 FY25 came in at 110 crores.
Okay.
A 20% jump.
That's impressive.
Those are some pretty impressive numbers.
They are. And they're being transparent. By providing both GAAP and non-GAAP numbers, this gives investors a more complete view of their performance, allowing for a more informed assessment.
Can you explain the difference between those two for our listeners who might not be familiar with, financial jargon?
Of course. So basically GAAP, or generally accepted accounting principles, is a set of standard accounting rules that are used in financial reporting. Non-GAAP numbers adjust for certain items that might not reflect the company's ongoing performance. So by providing both shoppers, Stop is giving us a clearer picture of their core profitability.
So it's like looking at the numbers from different angles to get the full picture.
Yep, and their operational KPIs are also showing positive trends, like the 6% increase in average transaction value, which means customers are spending more per purchase. This ties back to that premiumization strategy we discussed earlier.
The numbers certainly support that strategy.
They do.
Now, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the people behind the numbers. Shoppers Stop has a huge workforce. How are they addressing employee satisfaction, which is so crucial for success in retail?
Creating a positive work environment, investing in training and development, and promoting a culture of respect and inclusivity are all important factors. Happy employees lead to happy customers. And a motivated workforce is more likely to deliver exceptional customer service.
And in a world where online shopping is becoming increasingly dominant, I mean, that human touch can really set a brand apart.
Absolutely.
It's about building relationships and creating more personalized experience. And speaking of personalization, they've been promoting their personal shopper program. What are your thoughts on that?
It's an interesting approach. It speaks to that desire for a more curated and customized shopping experience. And it's proving to be successful. I mean, personal shopper sales are up 8%.
Wow.
Customers clearly value that one-on-one assistance.
It's all about human connection.
It is.
Especially in a world that's becoming more and more digital. Those personal interactions can make a big difference.
It definitely adds a human touch to the shopping experience, and it aligns with their premiumization strategy. Creating an experience that goes beyond just browsing and buying. They want customers to feel pampered and valued.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We've looked at their financial performance. Their strategic focus on premiumization and expansion, and their efforts to address sustainability and employee well-being. Shoppers Stop is clearly navigating a complex and ever-changing retail landscape.
Absolutely.
But there's one question that I keep coming back to.
And what's that?
In this age of automation and, data-driven decisions and online shopping, will shoppers Stop be able to maintain that personal touch? There's always been like part of their brand.
It is the million-dollar question. Can they balance the efficiency and scale of technology with the warmth and connection of human interaction?
Yeah, it seems like they're walking a tightrope here. On one hand, they're investing heavily in technology, data analytics, AI, to personalize that shopping experience. But on the other hand, they're promoting those personal shoppers and highlighting human connection as a key differentiator.
It's a delicate balance. I mean, think about their loyalty program, which is a major sales driver. Those personalized experiences, like the yearly spending summary videos, are all about making customers feel valued and appreciated. And their personal shopper program is another example of them going against the grain in a world that's becoming increasingly self-service.
It's almost like they are trying to have the best of both worlds, using technology to enhance the human touch rather than replace it.
Exactly. They seem to be using data to understand customer preferences, and then using that information to create more personalized experiences, but delivered by actual people.
So the challenge for Shoppers Stop, and maybe for the entire retail industry, is to figure out how to integrate technology in a way that enhances the human experience.
It's about finding that sweet spot where technology and human interaction complement each other. Data can provide insights, but it's human intuition and empathy that can truly create a memorable experience for the customer.
So what do you think this means for the future of retail? Will we see a resurgence of this personal touch? Or will technology eventually take over completely?
It's hard to say for sure, but I believe there will always be a place for human connection in retail. People crave interaction and personalized experiences.
Technology can certainly enhance these experiences, but it can't fully replicate the warmth and authenticity of human interaction.
That's a really interesting point. It makes you wonder if the retailers who can successfully blend technology with human connection will be the ones that thrive in the long run.
I think so. It's about creating a seamless and engaging experience that caters to the individual needs and preferences of each customer. And that requires a combination of data-driven insights and good old-fashioned human intuition.
Well, we've explored a lot about Shoppers Stop today.
We have.
We've analyzed their financials, dissected their strategies, and even pondered the future of retail. But as we wrap up this deep dive, I'd like to leave you with a question to consider. In a world that's becoming increasingly impersonal, what role will human connection play in shaping the future of retail?
That's a great question.
And how can brands like Shoppers Stop leverage that connection to create lasting value?
For both their customers and their business.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Shoppers
Stop. It was my pleasure.
We hope you found it insightful and thought-provoking. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.